Hey guys, welcome back to the Sonic Retrospective, and today I will be talking about Sonic Unleashed. Okay, so a little bit of history with me and Sonic Unleashed right here. So when Sonic Unleashed was announced for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, at the time I only had an Xbox 360, which the sad reason of why I have an Xbox 360 was literally to play Sonic 06. Okay, enough of that sad crap. I'm done with that game. I don't even want to think about it anymore. Alright, so Sonic Unleashed. I saw the trailers for Sonic Unleashed, and I was blown away. I did not care that the werehog shit was dumb. Like a dumb idea. Like, I thought... it was more like wondering, like, what are they going to do with this werehog? And I would probably say Sonic Unleashed was probably the most hype I've ever had for an upcoming Sonic game since probably Sonic Heroes. And this is also the last Sonic game, at least in my childhood, that I got hyped for. So I guess this was kind of like Sega's last chance. So Sonic Unleashed, the way that it works is that it's separated into day and night stages. The day stages, you play as normal Sonic, where you go through really high speed. They added the boost mechanic that started in Sonic Rush, and also the trick system on some of the platforms. And they made it as high speed as they could, and they were fucking fantastic. It's beautiful looking, it's colorful, it's fast, but like I would argue sometimes it's too fast, but it's still like really, really fucking fun. Like, it's exhilarating. And then the night stages come. And the night stages you play as the werehog, and it's done in a beat 'em up type style. But it's really slow. And it's the type of beat 'em up where it's like you enter a room, a million enemies pop up, and you have to kill them all to move on, like most beat 'em ups are. Now, I have to admit, when I first played this game when I was little, I thought this game was shitty. Like, well, I wasn't really little, I was probably like 13 at the time or something, but when I first played Sonic Unleashed, I thought this game was terrible. Like, the day stages were great, but the night stages were too much in abundance, and it wasn't fun, so I kind of dismissed it off as a shitty game. But then, interestingly enough, Pete and Mike started playing it, and that kind of inspired me to give it another try. Because I kind of watched them enjoy it, because the way that it always went was I would talk about Sonic Unleashed with Mike, because Mike has played it before, like played the fucking crap out of it, and he tells me that the werehog stages were his favorite parts of the game. And I was like, how could you even think that? Like, they're not even that fun. So that kind of got me curious, along with them having fun with the Let's Play, at watching, at playing the game myself again. Actually, quite recently, like maybe it was like a few months ago. So I revisited the game, I started from square one, and I beat the game fairly quickly. Now, my one main problem with the game back then, that I really didn't have a problem with now, weirdly enough, was the concept of collecting sun and moon medals. Now, the way this game works is that there are a certain number of sun medals and a certain number of moon medals that you need to have before moving on to the next stage. If you completely ignore them, you're probably not going to get very far. But if you get them, you don't have to make a conscious effort to get all of them, but if you kind of make a little bit of an effort to collect them, you're probably going to have enough to get through the game. For some reason, I had a lot more trouble doing that when I was younger than when I played it again. I don't know if that's because I knew the importance of sun and moon medals to the game, or when I played it later than before, or if I was just better at the game in general. But I don't know, I really don't feel like the sun and moon medals were that much of a problem. And now, after I played it, after thinking for years that this game is really shitty, I love this game. This game was actually really, really good. From a story standpoint, it's pretty fucking good. It's probably the most solid story Sonic's ever had. like, when it comes to cohesion. Like, Sonic Adventure 2 definitely has its problems. Like, when Rouge gets kidnapped by Gun and, like, almost gets fucking blown up with the island. Why would they jeopardize their mission like that? Just for confidentiality? I don't know. But, moving ahead from that, because we already talked about Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Unleashed had the most cohesive story. And it was a bit quirky, too. And it had a nice sense of humor. It wasn't too kiddie like recent Sonic games have been getting to. Like, you know, like, it had the little quirks. Like, as much as people hate Chip, at least from what I've heard, I find him to be a really endearing character. Like, I wouldn't say he's the best character Sonic's ever had. Not even the best sidekick Sonic's ever had. Hell, I'll take Tails over him any day. But, I don't know. As much as it's kind of dumb and, like, cheesy just to have him be like, want some chocolate? I don't know. I thought it was cute. I also kind of thought it was a little counterproductive considering he, like, loves chocolate, but he's a chihuahua, so he shouldn't die. But anyway, moving on from that. The only part of this game that I really had a problem with, like, recently playing it, was the final boss, because it's a little stupidly hard. Like, getting the mech up there. Especially if you fail a quick time event, like, they put you back, but they still, like, have you with the same health. It's like, you might as well just die, you know? But anyway, moving on from that. So, the reason that I used to hate this game was because of the Werehog stages and how slow they were and how long they were. And to be fair, the Werehog stages are still too long, like way too long. But I can also appreciate the amount of effort they put into the beat-em-up sections. Before watching Mike play the night stages in the Let's Play, I had no idea that all of those combos were in the game. And to be honest, I kind of appreciate how many combos they have in the night stages. Like, you can get through the night stages by tapping the square button, like, over and over and over again. But, like, so these combos really aren't necessary. But I feel like it's a nice tweak in the game, and they really do help. Like, they're really powerful. Like, if you actually pull them off. Like, the one where he, like, slams his fists over and over again on the ground, or the cartwheel really helps, too. Hell, even the Shoryuken helps you get some collectibles. So yeah. That's my tale of how I completely 180'd on my opinion of this game, just because I gave it another chance. Which is why I constantly give games that I hate, like, another chance. Like, again, my most unpopular opinion that I've expressed before is that I do not like Final Fantasy VII, like, at all. But every once in a while, I'll revisit it because, hey, maybe it's like, hey, I have newfound knowledge of RPGs. Like, before, when I first played this game, I didn't really play RPGs that much, but now I've played a bunch of RPGs like Earthbound or Undertale or Tales or Okage. So it's like, maybe with this newfound knowledge of RPGs, maybe I'll have a better appreciation of this game. Maybe I just wasn't fond of RPGs back then. I mean, I still don't like it, but every once in a while I'll give it another chance. Because if there's one thing that Sonic Unleashed has taught me, is that revisiting a game can honestly change your opinion of it. So I think that's really all I have to say about Sonic Unleashed. So tune in tomorrow and I will be talking about Sonic Colors. See you there.